Okay, I'm gonna tag some people in case you are able to come live, and then we can begin. So, I'm a few minutes, just running a few minutes late. I kept forgetting things upstairs, so I had to run upstairs, come back down, run up, come down. But we're all good. And Ralphie was here just a minute ago, but my kitty, I think he's hiding under here. It's one of his favorite spots to go during class, right under that crystal ball. Feeling the magic? Let's see. Oh, so cute. Yep, I was right. He's under there. So, just killing time because I wanted to give you guys a few extra minutes to realize, yes, I am coming on. It was just a few extra things that I just wanted to make sure I had for class today. So, welcome. So we start with, I'm gonna smudge. That was the other thing. I wanted a specific bundle that I've been using that was upstairs, so I ran up and grabbed it. It's a mess right now, but it will do the job. So, officially, let's say welcome. So welcome, happy Lammas. Happy Lammas. It is the first day of August, and it's our first session in Mystic Soul. Hi, Latoya. So our first session in Mystic Soul for August, and we have another session coming up next Saturday. So these happen to fall on Saturdays, these special events and rituals. Today being Lammas, and in a week we have Lionsgate. So that's when we're going to be doing our Lyran Triple Infinity Abundance, right? Your bonus class. So I'll be offering that next Saturday. So I'll pop in and we'll get going with that one at that time. So we'll talk more about Lionsgate then, and also on Monday. So a free offering I'm offering you guys, everyone, is the full moon sacred sound journey that I do always. And this one, I'm able to actually do the full moon sound journey on the full moon. So usually it's like a Friday. So if it's not, the full moon's not on that Friday, it would be like Saturday or Sunday, sometimes Monday. But I'm able to do it on that Monday. This was like a jam-packed weekend for me because yesterday I had IET class here. So I was teaching that. It was a student, just a nice one-on-one class yesterday with a student who had already come from Munay. So I know her, and it was safe and all of that stuff. So it was IET yesterday, awesome angelic energy. Now today we have Lammas, and we're embracing that first harvest, and then next week is Lionsgate, and before that we have the full moon on Monday. So pretty intense week for all of us. So come on Monday if you want to experience going through the Lionsgate. So I'm going to be offering the Sacred Sound Journey as I always do, and the journey will take us through the Lionsgate energy. It's going to be awesome. And then, of course, on Lionsgate, the peak of Lionsgate. So we know, and I know this isn't what we're doing today, but Lionsgate begins on July 26th, ends August 12th, and the peak is actually August 8th. So 8/8. So we're gonna tap into that manifesting energy at that time as well. And today, Lammas is all about manifesting. It's said to be one of the most underutilized, powerful days for manifesting. So anyone showing up for a Lammas ritual today, they know, and they're putting in the work. And so you guys know you're putting in some good extra work with your manifesting. But Lammas is not just about manifesting, it's also about letting go of what no longer serves. It's a time when there are things that need to go. So we've been actually shedding a lot of that this year, like this whole year, just because of what's happening. It has been a lot more shadow work during the months when there's usually not as much shadow work. So like this whole year is just shadow work for everyone. It's very intense. So the energy can sting at times and it can literally, for me, a couple of days ago got stung by a bee. I tried to go on my walk. I was like, yay, finally walking. And it had only been a few days since, feeling like I could walk outside instead of like inside up the stairs, because that's what I was allowed to do after surgery. And then it had only been a few days and then I got stung by a bee and I was like, what did I do? Which is funny, synchronistically, really not funny. When I came home I had to cut my walk short and wash. You know, get the site prepped with a nice baking soda and water paste. It's said to help. But then, I think it was like an hour later, our dog Topanga came jumping out of the woods looking like she had gotten stung, and we think she got stung like in two spots, so she was a little sore the same day. So I was like, okay, the bees are attacking. But really, what do bees mean? Bees do bring abundance and prosperity. Bees remind us to believe in the impossible. And what was the other thing? But you can look that up. Like, I'm often looking up different things. Like, I just had a dream about whales, so I looked that up. I went whale symbolism, and it was actually the killer whale that I had come in contact with in my dream. So, and that's also quite interesting because we're embracing the Lion's Gate does have to do also with the Sirius energy, and that Sirius B is Oceana, which is all water and dolphin and whale energy. So I was like, that's very appropriate why I dreamt that. Bringing joy into your life. So I already started talking before I lit this thing. I love when a sage bundle has a few extra things on there, so it smells like the beautiful white sage. And it smells like whatever's in there. Like this one has flower, I forget what kind, but really, really yummy. And I was like, I need to burn this particular bundle. I don't know why, I just do. If you have sage with you while you're watching, burn that stuff up. So a little virtual smudge for you guys. I love that bundle. I got it years ago when Tracy Calapai had her store, All Things Magical, and she made it with, get it all over me, with a peacock, a pink feather peacock, and selenite all wrapped together. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. Selenite, pure light, yes. So, we'll do a little light opening before we start our journey. We're gonna go into a nice meditation today, of course. Oh yeah, shedding lots of things, right, Latoya? Okay, that is out. We did our light selenite opening of our circle. So today, if you were with me live, I would share this with you. It's a little dusty because I've had it for a year. But I try to dust it as often as I can. I have this beautiful, I don't know, when you guys were here, you might have noticed these three. I have three of these for the 3 harvests. And I did a ritual for the 3 harvests last year, and we created a sacrament. So this has herbs and essential oils in it. Oh good, Latoya, yay, smudge away. And so this one is for Lammas, and then I have one for Mabon and one for Samhain. So those 3 in a row for the 3 harvests. So this is blue everything, blue lotus, probably blue chamomile. And as it just sits and it builds on its scent and its beauty and its power. So what a beautiful thing to be able to do this each Lammas, right? Did the ritual last year, and now we're doing a ritual today for Lammas. And I'm just gonna, so you could, like, if you had one of these, you could go like this and then anoint yourself with this cork on your wrist. Sometimes I do it that way. Sometimes I place my thumb on the tip, but it's wide, so it might spill. So I'll just do it with the cork. But this is great. So if you have essential oils, you can anoint yourself on your wrists for what you do, third eye for what you know, and ankles for where you go. Just opening that energy. While we chat, we're going to chat about Lammas and Goddess Demeter today. Demeter. It came out weird when I said that. And I do have a couple of other oils. So for Lammas, and we'll be chatting about some different essential oils and crystals too. But when we speak about Lammas and what essential oils and crystals you might want to use for Lammas, think about what you want to manifest. Think about what you want to bring in. And right now for me, I'm definitely calling in health, like amazing. Here's a cool thing. Also making a mess of my mess in my little altar. You guys have seen this probably, and I love it. And the little humps a hand and has the 5 sacred blessings. I am wealthy, I am well, I am powerful, I am wise, I am loved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. I should make sure I knew it was 5. But what are you calling in? Is it wealth? Is it health? Is it being more energized and powerful, connected to the divine source creator? Is it calling in love and feeling that love and remembering that everything that you are calling in, of course, first you start with the thank you before the please. So you fill yourself up with the gratitude for all the things that you do have right now, for this present moment, for being here, for meditating, being in journey, and having this opportunity to just connect, and for this really amazingly beautiful day today. I'm so grateful I was able to walk on the path today, got over my bee sting trauma, got back out on the path, and it's so beautiful. But I started it a little late because I wanted to sun gaze today. Usually I'm walking during my sun gazing time these days just because of how it works out time-wise, but today I was just like, no, I need to sit, I need to sun gaze first. So when I start late, the bike path gets a little busy because it's a gorgeous day, but it was still really awesome. So sun gazing, get on your sun gazing if you have time. During the safe hours, remember, it is when the sun rises, that minute for 1 hour is safe to gaze directly at the sun, and then and you check your weather app when the sun sets, an hour before it officially sets. You can gaze at the sun, so those are times to do it. So I was called to also just bring down my patchouli, calling in abundance and prosperity. And this happens to be Sage Goddess's dirty patchouli, just a little extra oomph to its power. It's beautiful, but I wear it every day, every single day. It's beautiful because it's grounding, it's protecting, and connecting, and calls in abundance and prosperity. And I was like, yes, more of that, please. And you know what else is a beautiful money attractor? Orange, of course, is one of those. Also, pumpkin spice, also Sage Goddess blend of just pumpkin spice with some jojoba oil, probably, just to keep it lasting a long time. Oh my God, I've been actually wearing pumpkin spice since last autumn when she came out with this, because I'm just so obsessed with it. It's such a beautiful scent. So use the essential oils that call to you, or you can just, of course, energetically tap into the ones that I just mentioned right now, and then we are going to go over a few more as we chat. Stones, we're going to chat about, but just to mention what I brought down for myself today, because I also want to call in health, excellent health, is, this is so cute, isn't it? It's a little snake. Isn't that awesome? It's a bloodstone snake. So first, it's the snake shape is releasing and shedding what no longer serves in one fell swoop, so that we can keep embracing the new and bringing in what we're meant to be in the now moment, instead of holding on to the old. The snake sheds its skin. So that's part of the magic of this particular stone. And then bloodstone is it heals the blood. It heals and extracts anything that's not healthy from you, and calls that in. Bloodstone is red jasper and green jasper blended. So then that's the red is like the warrior stone and calling in your power and stuff like that, and grounding. So that's something. And something else before I forget, because I know I might have forgot to put it in here. Hessonite garnet. If you have that type, there's many types of garnet. If you get Hessonite garnet, that's prosperity and abundance of flow too. So look it up. Hessonite garnet is also known as one of the stones aligned with Goddess Lakshmi. So you can grab your Hessonite garnet and call in the prosperity and the flow of all the things. But I just want to mention that. So before I get to my actual notes, Another thing that I was called to show you guys, this has been out for a while. I was supposed to buy this last year, and I just didn't, for whatever reason, just kept getting away from it. And then I just got this in the mail, I think yesterday or the day before. It's the Pocket Pima Chodron, and I might be pronouncing her name wrong. I'm sorry. She's awesome. She's wise. This is an amazing thing to just grab, and there's Kindle versions too, if you for a cheaper version and as an electronic version instead of getting the book. But I love this because then these are just one-page lessons. Like each page is something new to take in, a nugget, or you could read it front to back, and it builds on itself too. But you can just open this book to a page and grab a daily lesson if you want, just like a tarot card, pull your daily card. You could pull your daily lesson from this. So cool. So I just opened it up for us, and it's number 70 lesson, page 117. Might have significance. So 117 adds up to 9. 70 is 7, which is spiritual and mysticism. The lesson for us, it's so good. You tap into the lessons of these, and I used to read a lot, and now I just fall asleep when I attempt to read for more than just a little while. But this is, it's digestible, it's fast. Yeah. So that's a beautiful vessel. Oh, thank you. I just noticed the comment, Latoya. They come up kind of delayed. Pima Chodron, she's a Buddhist. Things happen to us all the time that open up the space. This spaciousness, this wide open, unbiased, unprejudiced space is inexpressibly and fundamentally good and sound. It's like the sky. Whenever you're in a hot spot or feeling uncomfortable, whenever you're caught up and don't know what to do, you can find some place where you can go and look at the sky and experience some freshness, free of hope and fear, free of bias and prejudice, just completely open. And this is accessible to us all the time. Space permeates everything, every moment of our lives. Such good lessons. And Latoya, I know you had mentioned, I see 17 combinations all the time, right? And that adds up to 8, which is abundance and prosperity and infinity and all the things. But 17 could be a number. My sister, this is a synchronicity, and that's why I'm coughing. My sister loves and follows a lot of the Zen and Buddhist followings, and I think she was the one who first mentioned Pima a long time ago. I don't know, but one of the well-known, gurus out there. But she sees 17 all the time, and her email has 1717 at the end of the words. So she's into this Buddhist stuff. So to me, that just tells me, Latoya, specifically, maybe get this book to help with your initial question about energy management and to work within the self, right? These are so powerful and so easy to digest in little nuggets. And it also says maybe there's something in a lot of the Buddhist teachings, which I follow all the things. I take bits and pieces of what rings true to me from all the cultures and traditions. And Buddhist is one of the ones that's huge for me. Obviously, I have a lot of Buddhas in my house, as you guys know. So you may need something like this. This could be the thing to start with, or maybe you have, and there's plenty of free things online to just digest and look into and stuff too. Okay, so there's a quick message from Pima. Thank you, Pima. Awesome. I can't wait to read more. When you're down and you're just low on energy or just not feeling quite right, and me, I can get in a loop of just watching watching TV shows until the end of the season, over and over again, and then I realized maybe I forgot to meditate. I usually don't forget. I just feel I already did it and I'm good, or I just didn't get outside enough. I was too into TV or something. So you turn everything off and you open something like this book or any other book, but this one is what I was opening the other day, and I could just feel the energy in the opening when I was reading, because you start your inner introspection. You start with that opening again. It really clears the pathways. So that's just one of many things to do. And so Latoya, with regard to your energy management question, and just diving deeper in that, I want to take a little more time to cultivate what I want to say for that. So for that will either be a part of our Lionsgate Lyran Triple Infinity Abundance Rate conversation together, or I might keep it separate and have it be another quick bonus class for us to chat about that separately, because that takes you deep. But I do have a few things to say about energy management already, so just to keep with time with our ritual and everything, let's get into our ritual and see where we're at. And then I think it sounds best that it will be separate from our conversation today for the most part. I mean, obviously what we're doing today is part of energetic management. Coming into ritual, connecting, meditating is powerful. Having a daily dedicated practice for what you're doing for yourself. Something that brings happiness and peace to your soul, just like Pima was just saying. Create some space for yourself to go outside. What things can you do that raise your vibration, your frequency? Cultivating deep awareness of your energy and the energy around you. And if you're in unhealthy situations with unhealthy people, work, family, anything, you have to either try to correct it, communicate it, work on it, and work through it. And or part of the working through it might be saying, see ya, I'm out. Maybe there is unhealthy relationships with certain family members that you can say goodbye to, and then others that you have no choice right now, you need to be around them, but you have your own energetic management good energetic hygiene to make sure that you're at least protected and in a good space, so that you can be in the chaos. That's the goal. Be in the chaos anyway and still survive and feel like you're in your power. We know that what's externally from us is internal too. And what's internal that we work on becomes our outer reality as well. So they both work off of each other. So we need to do our inner work and become heightened in our awareness of self and that shadow work in order to recognize what's around us, and then there will be less internalization of certain things, less taking things personally, and then just seeing everything as like a lesson and saying, okay, what does this mean for me? Just taking a breath before reacting to anything, and then just saying, what does this mean for me? What's the lesson for me? But other things that will keep energy management going in smoothly, other than doing your inner work and making sure that you're just in your daily practice with, is it yoga, meditation, something that you do every day. Definitely meditating alone is one thing to do every day for your energetic management. Walking out in nature will heighten your energy. We are connected to nature, and it is to us. And as we're outside, even for a few minutes, our energy is raised. So raise your frequency. And walking in nature, exercising, moving your body in some way. What is it? Is it walking, biking, yoga? Like, what will get your body moving that will get the energy moving in your system? Because energy will grow stagnant in your physical body too. So we need to do something where we're moving. But plenty of other things, and we'll chat about that. But I just wanted to get a few of those out there right away, and we'll have a nice little bonus class or a combination with our class next Saturday. So now back to Lammas. It's all related, right? Though it's all related. So we are having our beautiful Lammas ritual. So whether you're watching this now or the recording later, it's still perfect. And it's always my intention that we are held in this ritual outside of time and space, so that the energy and the impact of it, of course, unpacks itself when you watch in your divine timing. So Lammas, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 we turn the wheel of the year, and this is like not as well known of a ritual as like summer solstice and autumn equinox, those kinds of things, but this one is something that is at least well known in the pagan traditions. And we have, so turning the wheel today, celebrating the gifts of our first harvest. From the seeds sown in the spring, as we prepare for the Sabbath, Lammas, our first harvest, which falls on August 1st each year and signals the coming of autumn. Now's the time to ask graciously for a bountiful harvest, knowing that we all will be as it should be. So the first harvest is always grain. I'm just gonna fix my computer a little bit. There's like, there. So I can feel like I'm kind of seeing if any comments pop up as I'm chatting with you guys. So Lammas is a holiday celebrated on August 1st, as I mentioned, and usually for a whole week. Usually it's celebrated like the whole week, so that's kind of cool, because then we know like the first day outside of that week is Lionsgate. It's a festival to mark the annual wheat harvest, and is the first of the 3 harvest festivals of the year. As I mentioned, August 1st is Lammas, then we have Mabon, which is usually September 20, 21, 22-ish, and I think one year it might have even been on the 23rd, because the equinoxes, it's all about alignment. The equinoxes are when day and night are equal, so the day shifts a little bit. But it's usually around that time, and then we have Samhain, which is of course October 31st, and November 1st-ish. Day of the Dead's November 1st, so like it's like around the energy of those 2 days. I did the math with our new kitty Ralphie. He's actually under the massage table now over there. His birthday falls on Halloween, or at least the approximate birthday of his approximate age. So I was like, okay, Halloween is his day. So that makes sense that he usually hangs out during the classes and the rituals, because like he loves to be in that energy and just hang out. And he just loves people. He's just a people person. It's so cute. So Lammas, or Lunasana, Lug, the god Lug, or Lunasana, there's a few pronunciations for it. It's the first of the 3 harvests, the festival of the grain. So it's funny, and just a quick story, I love, one of my favorite meals is peanut butter English muffins. I love it. So I would have 1, if not 2 of those a day during both of my pregnancies. So I just loved it. So I try to do it the healthy way now with regard to like what type of English muffin, not just white bread anymore, right? So I usually get the Fiber One multigrain ones, and they were out, but they had Fiber One wheat multigrain, and then when I was going over my notes for today, I was like, oh yeah, that makes total sense. It's all about the wheat right now. So if I had some wheat to show you, I would show you an English muffin. And just getting in contact with wheat is a good ritual to do for Lammas. You can make cute wheat bundles with like white sage. I used to have one, and of course I burned it. So those are some fun things to do, like to just tap in tactile wise with the energy, like a crafting thing. I'm not always into the crafting part, like the tactile, but a lot of people love that. Like for me, what's tactile for me is like the crystals and the altar setups and that kind of thing, and that brings in the mystical, magical things that take us into that mystical level energetically. But then there's crafting. So certain crafts I'm liking, like putting together the sacrament that I did last Lammas with the essential oils and the herbs, and putting in little things that resonated with me energetically. So those I find as fun crafts. Drawing and gluing and all those things, not so great at that. Like, look, I'm still cool. I still show it off. It's not the best looking, but I glued every crystal on this chalice. And because I did it, I keep it. But still, my favorite things would be the other type of crafting things, but putting that together, like, you do what works for you and what you resonate with. So those types of crafts a lot of people love. So that's something that you can think about doing during Lammas. And now we talk about Lunasana. So, well, first, so I have notes for you guys for, as always, with regard to Lammas and Goddess Demeter. So you'll have that in your classroom hopefully today. If not tomorrow, but hopefully today. I didn't think I was going to be able to send your welcome email out on time, and I did, and I was like, yes, success. I sent it out last night. It's also the first of the celebrations in the waning portion of the year, as the days have once again begun to shorten. So we notice and recognize that the sun is no longer rising at like 5:10, 5:05. It's now like 5:39, so it's getting later. And it's starting a little bit in the daytime. The daylight at night is less. So the sun now casts a very long shadow as its position moves to the sky, so through the sky. In Celtic tradition, it's the feast of the sun god Lugh, or Lunasana, like I said. As he honors the death of his mother would always cultivate crops for everyone, and wanting to serve and make sure everyone had the crops. So she would take care of them, and his mother died while doing that, and the sacrifice he gives in pouring his own life into the grain as a way of honoring his mother. It's time of letting go and death in a much subtler way than at Samhain and October, but it's still a time of letting go too. It's just as important to honor this shifting. So while we celebrate our blessing with gratitude, we also release into the sacred flames of the bonfire that which must be sacrificed in our own lives in order for us to reach our dreams and the intentions we set last spring. So at Lammas, it marks the first harvest, signaling the return of fall almost. I am offering a free, let's see. Okay, I want to make sure my notes are correct. So we're going to join together, our collective energies, and celebrate this sacred holiday, giving thanks for the harvest, the summer that brought, this summer, right, that brought to us, as we prepare for the even greater levels of prosperity that come this season, which will come still. We're now coming into gratitude for a harvest ready to be pulled, and when we pull from a harvest, there are things that need to be trashed, let go, released. So whether it's hard, so the hardest part of each of these harvests is the letting go, releasing what's dead, what no longer serves us, right? Just remember last year, if you took any of the harvest rituals with me, we talked about this too, where anything that is dead that's still there, it's depleting your energy, and you can't grow fully into the fullness of your being if you're holding on to it still. Just like trees can't grow fully if they're holding on to old dead things, leaves and stuff. So it takes a little more effort for them, and in the growth season, for it to push the dead stuff off the tree, so that tree can grow more in its fullness, with more ease, as it lets go of those leaves, all the dead leaves. So let's see what else we want to mention that. So we honor Lugh, or Lunasana. His name means for light. He works every year, and as I mentioned about honoring his mother and the crops, he is the craftsman. Similar to the magician in the major arcana, we've already gone over that. He knows how to use his tools that he has to create his magic to seek to experience. So these tools come up. Celebrating by eating a loaf of bread is very common in Lammas. That corn, that grain, and why wheat is common representation of this harvest. So it'd be a great idea to have a bundle of white sage and wheat. Oh, I mentioned that already. Big, let's see. And of course, then your notes will have a little bit about Mabon and Samhain, just to mention that. I wanted to pull up the stones and stuff. Okay. So with Lammas, as I mentioned, you're going to use crystals for manifesting what you'd like to manifest. Is it power, creativity, abundance, etc.? Citrine is great for manifesting and cultivating power. Yellow apatite as well. Yellow apatite is great for manifesting, period. So you could couple yellow apatite with something you want to manifest. Maybe I would add it with my bloodstone and have that be a more powerful intention for calling in wellness and health. Pyrite is great, and of course quartz for magnifying all of it. Selenite clears negative energy, brings peace. It's a common way to open circles, as we know. So you can use selenite if that's like what you're manifesting. So what is it that you're wanting to manifest? What do you need to let go of? Think about what you're calling in, because this is the one harvest and we have more to come. And that second harvest will be even more effective energetically for you if you release what no longer serves now. If there are things that are popping in your brain like, yep, should release that, yep, that thing's coming up. Is it a process internally that you do that is self-loathing, self-deprecating? We're constantly being that, right? I want to see if I can lower this a little. I feel like I'm just ahead in the clouds. Oh, a little better. Not better. Just a little better. So is it the way you are to yourself in your head, or the way you are to other people in your head? That we're allowed that, right? Because it helps us process when we're really mad about something. We're mad at them, but then we need to look at it and say, wait, I know I'm thinking mad about them, but what part of this experience really is mine? What part of this is something that I need to figure out to release, to learn, to walk through? What part of this is my challenge and what part of this is all theirs? And I just need to be in my peaceful place anyway, and they can just, like parents watching their kids going through their teen years. There's a lot of anxiety, a lot of anger, a lot of rage, a lot of hormones going all sorts of wonky in those kids. So I don't know how you were when you were a teenager, but was it a lot of depression, a lot of angst, a lot of like, how were you? Rage? Things needed to come up and out. And if your parents told you to stop, then it might have stopped the flow of those emotions. And now we try to teach our kids anyway, feel all the feels, let your emotions out. That's what we need to do now, even as adults. So think about that. Like when we observe our kids, we know what they're going through. We know it's teenage years, so we can still be in our peaceful, happy place, and then just still feel for them and know that they're going to work their way through it, and even tell them that. But then our job is like to become the observer as much as possible, so that we're not taking in that energy. It's not for us to process a lot of the times, it's for them to go walk through that journey. So gemstones, you can also, for Lammas, good one is tiger's eye for energies of wisdom, grounding, and protection. Orange calcite's great, aids in healing and balance. And my music just stopped, so I'm not sure what's happening there. It might have just stopped. I got notes in here too that I have to read. Oh, I think it just stopped connecting. Teenagers, right? I think it stopped connecting to my Bluetooth. It must have died or something. Let me see if I can fix that. Move my stuff because I got a lot of stuff. Okay. If it works, it works. If not, oh well. At least I tried, right? Okay. Didn't work. Let's get back to it. We'll have music in a different way. Okay. Orange calcite aids in healing, balance, creativity, and passion. What are you calling in, right? To be in the flow and to create and manifest with ease, our sacral chakra needs to be cleansed and cleared, and we need to be in the flow of our sensuality and our sexual self. That's powerful. And creativity. They work together, and we become in flow, and we can manifest with more ease. So, and that also, like, they all work together, and then because we tap into that sexual power, we tap into our solar plexus, our power that fuels everything we do. We need that self-esteem to really truly jump into our passions, desires, our soul's mission, what we're meant to do in this life. Picture Jasper as your gemstone ally for gaining perspective on your life. So if there's something that you're like, I'm just not clear, I don't feel connected, try picture Jasper to hold for your journey as well, so you can see the bigger picture with clarity. Both aspects are necessary as you take stock of where you are now in order to move forward on your path. And essential oils that you can use: butterscotch, cardamom, and ginger. It's a nice spicy blend, whether you're picking one or all of them. So this is these are reflections it's for reflection, these blends, these essential oils, and for releasing. It's intended to aid you in taking honest stock of your harvest, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Tiger's Eye, I mentioned, is for energies of wisdom and insight. Okay, yeah, that was just the stone. Now, let's get into Goddess Demeter. So when we talk about Demeter, we can't not talk about Persephone, which we are going to be talking about during Mabon. Right? Yeah, because it's Lady Morrigan / Lady Morgana, whichever one you like, is Samhain. So Demeter. So I'll tell the story, and then we'll talk even more about Persephone during the fall equinox. So Demeter, she's the Greek goddess of the harvest, grain, and fertility. She's one of the 12 Olympian gods that live on Mount Olympus. Because she was the goddess of harvest, she was very important to the farmers and peasant people in Greece. Her powers, abilities: Demeter possesses the conventional attributes of the Olympian gods, including superhuman strength, stamina, vitality. She also has various mystical powers, primarily to control the harvesting of plants, especially but not limited to grain, known as like a grain. Some people call her the grain goddess. In the beginning, there was Zeus, king of Olympus. Zeus had 3 sisters: Hera, also his wife and goddess of marriage and queen of Olympus; Hestia, goddess of hearth and sacrificial flame; and Demeter, goddess of agriculture and harvest. So Demeter was a kind of generous goddess, loved by she was kind, she was generous, loved by the gods and goddesses and humans alike. Radiant with golden hair of sunshine, Demeter had one child who she was completely enamored with, as was everyone else who had the pleasure of being in her presence. Her name was Persephone, and like her mother, she spread light wherever she went. Demeter's perhaps best known as the mother to Persephone, the maiden who journeyed to the underworld after eating the pomegranate seeds that Hades teased her to do. She didn't know by eating them she was fated to stay in the underworld for as many months as seeds she ate. So she ate 6 seeds, so that's 6 months, half the year. Her virgin daughter Persephone was abducted by the god of the underworld, as I mentioned, Hades, and Demeter endlessly searched for her, preoccupied with loss and grief. So Persephone's journey divided the year into seasons because Demeter's grief over the loss of her daughter to Hades caused her to cast a spell of cold and barrenness upon the earth for 3 months. Such is the love of the mother for her daughter. Such is the love we should all know from our own mothers, and such is the love we should all hold for ourselves and each other. So, I have notes on my phone that I want to finish reading about Demeter too. Demeter, so she's the Greek goddess of agriculture, fertility, and harvest, and presided over sacred law, including the cycle of life and death. Her Roman goddess equivalent is Ceres, if I pronounce that right, Ceres. Demeter's parents were Cronus and Rhea, and her siblings included Hestia, Hera, Hades, Poseidon, Chiron, and Zeus. Also, what I wanted to mention about her, let's see, I had some notes while on my walk today. The medicine of Demeter is to assist us in returning ourselves to our power and grace. We can ask her how to return after great trauma with grace, how to come back to peace and gratitude and life, how to forgive and keep an open heart. And as we know, the hardest part of the harvest is letting go of what cannot go with us. So she can assist us with that. She's responsible for the early harvest, early crops. Demeter being the mother goddess, her shadow, right? She represents a shadow version of the mother goddess because of the rage of the loss of her daughter, and the action that ensued after that, which is the sending the world into darkness for 3 months of winter. The power of the mother is her gift. So we said that. Hecate, the goddess, the gate, oh my gosh, goddess, we chatted about her last year. Hecate is the goddess of the underworld and the gateways, the thresholds. She's the goddess of the thresholds. And she is the one who assisted Demeter in going to the underworld. Demeter couldn't travel in the underworld herself, so she had to travel with Hecate to the underworld in order to connect with her daughter and try to get her back. But again, as I mentioned, Hades said in their dealings together, she tried to negotiate the release of Persephone, but in their dealings, Hades said she ate 6 seeds, so I keep her for 6 months. And then you can have her for the other 6. So when she gets her for the other 6, that's when spring and summer are abound and everything is alive. So that is the creation. They call it a creation myth because that's the Greek pantheon story as a way to understand all the 4 seasons. It's interesting. So what else? Demeter teaches us medicine of returning to ourselves, the places where we will still need to heal, where wounds need to heal, where we are not in good relationship with others, where work remains to be done. Forgiveness, apologies, and where we can be of assistance to others are all things that she can assist with. And we're going to go through that like with our journey, things that you can ask her and get help with. She shows us where issues are beginning and can be stopped in their tracks before it becomes fully manifest into this world and into larger issues. So those are things to really cue into, and that's how we stay not necessarily ahead of the game with regard to things becoming manifest in our lives, but rather to finally get in tune with the other layers, the mental, the emotional, and spiritual layers, because everything comes in that way, spiritual, mental, emotional, and then if we don't handle it this way, and this layer, then all of a sudden it becomes so dense, it becomes in your physical reality, whether it's a physical illness in your body or an experience you're going to experience in your outer reality. So that's where like the assistance of Demeter can help us with, you know what, guess what, I don't want this thing to become manifest, become more aware of our energy, and then make sure that we're doing right by our energy, by what's happening in our lives, and not ignoring what's coming. Instead, facing it if we have to. Sometimes facing an issue is rather also getting out of an issue, saying no to someone, doing nothing rather than doing something is sometimes our lesson. Like sometimes if we're that person that needs to do something to help someone to do the things to make it better, maybe it's not doing anything is our lesson. Our lesson could be, no, we need to like stay over here, bear witness if we have to watch whatever's happening, but to bear witness and just send love to the situation. And that's really powerful too. So things to think about as we go through our journey. Goddess Demeter's gemstones to use. Bergamot, gemstones. that sounds like essential oils. I switched where they're supposed to go on the notes, but I'll fix that. Essential oils to use: bergamot, basil, and geranium. Other herbs of Demeter are chasteberry, wheat, and vervain. Chasteberry is used to honor Demeter and Hera and for fertility. They represent gratitude for the abundance we experience from this year's harvest. Vervain is widely used to honor the supportive, nurturing quality of sacred feminine. This herb is used to honor Demeter's loss and sorrow when her daughter Persephone was stolen from her by Hades. And finally, wheat, associated with Demeter and her gift of grain and subsistence agriculture. Then we have the gemstones, cat's eye and dark amber, to promote new beginnings, healing, and protection. Dark amber is highly protected, and I forgot about that. I would have brought my dark amber piece down. Dark amber is extremely lightweight, so it feels like it's fake, but it's so not. It's that if you got some amber or dark amber, it's very lightweight. Yeah, I think that's like everything I wanted to mention, and a little bit longer than I expected in our discussion, but things had to be said, right, when they come up. So we're going to start our journey. So again, if you haven't anointed already, get something to help you anoint and connect. I'll do like a little reminder anointing because it smells so good. A lot of blue, and they actually look blue, the essential oils in here, and the bottle itself is blue. So cool. So hold your crystals, your gemstones if you like, or if you're laying down, maybe you have them on your body, because I like to have my hands free and clear a lot of the times, but sometimes I need them in my hands if I'm, of course, seated and I want to have crystals. If I can't place them like in my lap, I'll put them in my hands, or again, have them on necklaces is helpful, or just touching my body. I love when they touch my body. They are your touchstone gemstones for this experience that can hold wisdom from this experience after we are done, to help you unpack it in your right divine timing. So if you can't see or hear everything, at the end, blow into your crystals, your stones and stuff, and have them with you when you sleep. And perhaps in dream time you might receive some wonderful wild dreams with regard to the message you need to hear, that maybe you didn't hear while in our journey. So let's get started. So I think I'm just gonna go to one of my favorite songs by these guys, Shamanic Dream, Anugama, and I've played this for you guys before, and I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. So hopefully it's not too loud, but hopefully you can hear it too, because it's such a good song. I just want to see if there was anything else on my notes. I kind of like scrolled through them really fast. Okay. So let us begin our journey. Hopefully that's okay volume-wise. It's not too close to the camera, so hopefully that's good for you guys. So now, turn off your notifications. Let everyone know you're meditating if you're in the house with other people. Make sure they know it's sacred space, sacred time, and to allow you this time for yourself if you have to be in the house with other people. And if not, wonderful. Decide if you'd like to lay down, be reclined, or be in a upright position. If you're in a cross-legged position like me, you might come up onto a pillow or two to lift your hips up higher so it eases the tension off the hips and off the knees. If you're in a chair, everything uncrossed as much as possible. Palms facing up to allow good energy to flow in. So whichever position you're deciding to choose, think about your, oh, thank you, Latoya. Now I know the volume's okay, cool. Make sure your chakras are all in a straight line. That'll allow for good flowing energy, and then you're in an open, receptive position with palms up. just take a nice deep breath. Breathe fully and deeply in. Fill the belly, the diaphragm, the lungs. And exhale, release. Release that breath all the way down to the bottom of your belly. Perhaps even hugging the navel in towards the spine to empty out more stagnant air. Letting go, releasing. And now as your shoulders are relaxed, your eyes are closed. Find that peace inside, always untouched by the outer world. Take a few more deep cleansing breaths. Breathe in the light codes, the uplifting, active, summer and Lammas energy, and light. And as you exhale, think about releasing what no longer serves you through your feet, deep into Mother Earth, where Gaia can take this energy, transform and transmute it into pure light. Inhale, love, and exhale that out to the world. With each breath, going deeper and deeper into relaxation. Allow the energy within and around you to slow down. We call in the great guardians, angels, archangels, gatekeepers of the horizontal force, the vertical force. Beginning in the east, element of air, Archangel Raphael resides here, of the green ray, the healer, the magician, allowing for new beginnings to come here in the east. New beginnings, and the wind and air allows for change, allowing you to release all that no longer serves you through your breath. Breathing in new life and new beginnings. And we turn clockwise to south, element of fire. Archangel Michael resides here, of the electric blue ray energy, the divine protector. Here in the south, the element of fire is transmutational energy, purification, shedding what no longer serves us. We connect to snake in the south rather. Shedding what no longer serves us, stepping into that fire to purify all that we need to release and let go now. And stepping out, renewed, purified, rising up like the phoenix. And we turn now to west, element of water. Archangel Gabriel resides here, of the diamond white ray energy. He fills his beautiful golden chalice with diamond white ray energy, inviting you to take a sip, to cleanse, to heal, to purify with water into your body. One drop fills every cell of your being. We are made up of water, and this beautiful diamond white ray water energy, once inside, expands and spreads its high vibrational healing energy to every cell of our being. And water asks us to feel our emotions, to allow everything to rise to the surface and be released healthily, so that we no longer repress it, making it shadow work we have to do later. Allow your emotions to rise and then flow with the waves of life. We turn now to north, element of earth. Archangel Uriel resides here, of the red ray, architecture and structure. Here in the north, we connect to the stone people, the tree people, the plant people, the crystal people, the ancient ones, the ancestors, the medicine men and women of the past that have done the work, crossed into lighter, inhaled space, the luminous ones, we invite you into our space. We also invite our higher vibrational, multidimensional, luminous self from 10,000 years in the future to be here now in this ever-evolving present now moment, working for our highest and best good always. And now we invite in Archangel Sandalphon from the lower world, the 5D crystal grid of Earth. Silver energy rises up from the center of Earth into your feet, your legs, your thighs, into your hips, into your belly, all your organs, and anchoring at your heart center. And from above, we invite in Archangel Metatron of the Christ grid, Buddha consciousness, galactic central sun. Golden energy flows down from above into your crown, your throat, anchoring the Ascension grid energy in your heart center. And finally, we invite in from the middle world, Archangel Samuel, who comes in with sparkling pink, unconditionally loving energy, filling our space with love. 7 angels all around us, above us, below us, within us, as above, so below, as within, so without, creating this high vibrational sphere of light and love and protection. Anything positive or negative that would do us harm is not allowed to flow near. Take this time to invite in all your guides, angels, archangels, God, Goddess, the Divine, that source creator that created us to be here now, to guide us, protect us, work with us and through us, and heal us on our journey. Begin to visualize yourself in your safe, sacred space. This may be in a garden, by the ocean, or somewhere deep in space amongst the stars. Wherever this is for you, this is your safe, sacred space. Only those you invite are allowed to flow near. Here you come to find peace, rejuvenate, connect. Connect. And really crystallize this in your vision as these realms we travel to are real. Soon you begin to notice a beautiful portal of light, bright and warm, inviting you near as you are called to come closer and closer. It becomes warmer and warmer, brighter and brighter, activating the energy within you. Stepping through this portal, you pause. The light becomes so bright, it's blinding. You are cleansed, cleared, and purified. And as you step to the other side of the portal, you are brought to a vast valley. You're in a meadow in a valley with mountains all around you. It's a beautiful, warm, sunny day. It is Lammas, August 1st. And as you walk through the tall grass and grain and flowers, notice what is growing nearby. What color are the flowers? Are they purple lavender for peace? Are they red for your safe, stable groundedness and your passion? Are they orange for creativity and sensuality and sexuality and flow? Or perhaps yellow daisies to bring the vibrant, power of this beautiful summertime alive within you, bringing you self-empowerment. All the green around you represents the heart of nature, the heart center, the healing of your emotional levels. Do you see blue flowers for a magical voice and communicating with ease with others the other side, finding your expression? Are they deep, dark, purple, indigo for your psychic powers, intuition, inner wisdom, ancient eyes? Continue to walk and smell the flowers. Enjoy the groundedness of your bare feet into the grass, nurturing you with the dirt, the minerals and vitamins in the earth. Enjoy the scent of the blossoming flowers, the warm sunny day. Dozens of butterflies flying, intermingling with the dragonflies and the fairies. Notice the beautiful trees that sprinkle around the meadow. Enjoy the tall mountains all around you and the vibrant blue sky, the bright yellow sun. Even nearby, you can hear a small creek or brook of water flowing. All the elements are alive here. There's a gentle breeze in the air as you listen to the swaying of the wheat and grass. In the distance, soon appears Goddess Demeter with her long golden blonde hair. You can feel light being emitted from her beautiful, powerful motherly energy. She comes closer and closer. Her features become clearer and clearer. Her energy, her frequency of the mother line, the goddess energy of growth and fertility, and of the work to be done, to rise above what no longer serves. It's all being felt here. You may choose to sit in the beautiful field of grass and wheat, flowers, with Goddess Demeter, or perhaps you walk to the edge of the creek, the brook, to enjoy the flowing water, where you may have your conversation with Goddess Demeter. Here we are asked first by Goddess Demeter to see the things in our lives that bring appreciation and gratitude. What in your life fills you up to overflowing with happiness and joy, with love, with gratitude? Is it your family members, your children, your siblings? Is it a partner, a friend, the friendships you have? Is it your career and you're living your soul's mission? Is it the abundance of excellent health in your life? What are you grateful for now? Is it the presence of meditating and connecting to the divine and feeling that presence throughout your daily life, where it exists even when we're not in meditation? It is there every minute of every day. It is within us. Allow yourself to feel the gratitude and appreciation you have for all the abundance you already have now. We know that the grass can always be seen as greener on the other side, and yet we know that the flip side is your life could possibly be seen as much greener than someone else's life. So find that peace, that gratitude for what you are and where you are now, because you are now perfect, whole, and complete as you are. Feel the fullness. Is it a pet, a cat, a dog? What kind of pet would you have if you could have a pet? What makes you smile? The little things. Is it just your walks outside in nature? The little moments. And those little moments truly are beneficial in powerful ways. Goddess Demeter knows the pain of trauma, and she knows and sees the deepest depths of your own trauma. Each person's trauma is unique to them. No one is greater or lesser than another's. What you are going through, she feels deeply, and she knows, and gives you a beautiful, loving, motherly hug. A hug that perhaps has been long coming for you, to let you release the emotion that needs to be released now. Anything you've been holding in needs to rise up and be released. Are there things that now you can just say, I need one final release of this grief, this sorrow, this trauma? Do you need to just talk about it with Goddess Demeter and just articulate what's happening? And in that conversation, awareness and healing begins. Take a few quiet moments for this release and this gratitude. Articulate your needs and your challenges with Goddess Demeter, as she is 100% present with you right now. Perhaps asking Goddess Demeter, what is it that I'm perhaps am not seeing that is starting to become a much stronger issue in my life? What am I ignoring that I need to now first see, to process and release and work through? The first thing that comes to your mind is right. The first thing mentioned by Goddess Demeter is right. We know from the bottom of our heart the truth. Our soul always knows the truth. And we have assistance from all of these gods and goddesses to assist us in extracting what no longer serves us, and release it and call in what is of our highest potential. Goddess Demeter asks you to take a moment now to gaze at the creek and at the water, to feel the wind in your hair, and to just feel the peace that exists beneath the surface of all. And as you connect to that peace, it expands in your awareness and in your outer reality. Take a few moments with Goddess Demeter and close your eyes, enjoying the air, the breeze, the water flowing, the wheat harvest, the abundance, the prosperity around you. Just exist and be in this neutral place of peace and tranquility. These are moments you can tap into and hold on to and open up to and expand in your reality always. Goddess Demeter is the goddess of the grain, of growth, fertility, the first harvest. And she now asks you to connect deeply to your beautiful life, what your soul's mission is, what you're meant to call in, and what are you meaning and intending to make manifest now. And as you connect to it, believe it is possible. Believe you are worthy. Believe in the impossible, because that is magic. There is no impossibility. Only possibility is whatever you decide can come. We limit ourselves, and now you can release those limitations with Goddess Demeter's help and just open up to what you'd like to manifest. Focus on the energy and frequency of what you'd like to manifest. You may even state your intention out loud to Goddess Demeter. Perhaps it is, I am wealthy. I intend that I am wealthy and in the flow from forces seen and unseen, in unlimited ways, in ways that remind me magic is real. I am healthy. I am in excellent, 100% excellent health in every cell of my being, body, mind, and soul and aura, physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, from all dimensions, directions, and levels of time and space to the point of origin. I call forth and I claim excellent health. I attract and am in healthy relationships, loving friendships, partnerships. What is it you are calling in, and intend that? I intend that I am a loving, beautiful parent. Are you a parent and you'd like to be that beautiful, healthy parent that communicates for the highest and best good of all always, and supports and nurtures? Sharing that with your kids, your grandkids. Perhaps it's parenting as a nurse, and you're doing your job with the nurturing power of the mother. Are you calling forth a powerful, beautiful new career for your highest potential, what you are meant to do? Is it a career or just something that may not be in the construct of the name career? It is your soul's mission. What is that? What does that look like for you? And call forth that. Call forth that I am in the perfect career, job, or soul's mission for me, where I can offer my gifts of service with ease, and am in abundance and prosperity, enabling me in doing my gift of service, my soul's mission, full time with work-life balance. Whatever you are intending to make manifest, state clearly, share with Goddess Demeter, and she begins to emit this powerful vibration that ripples outward from her heart center, out to you, out to the land, out far and wide beyond the mountains, in a sphere-like ripple effect. And you are felt, and you experience the growth, the ability, and the potential that is always there for you. She is sharing the energy to assist you in growing your intentions. Where two or more are gathered, there is power in making manifest. In our group collective ritual now, there is power. We are manifesting for each other, and Goddess Demeter is assisting with this powerful frequency and vibration, giving birth to new beginnings, making manifest our highest potential, all that we desire. We are deserving of joy and happiness and upliftment. I intend that I am joyful, uplifted. I intend I am connected to the divine spirit, that source creator that created me and all of the surroundings, nature, all of this, all of us. I intend, I know my fullest potential, and I know that all that I need to ask for, I can give to myself. I am a powerful being of light. Call in the light codes the magic. Allow it to flow in and also call it in. You are powerful, and the divine source creator has more than enough to go around for everyone. So call that energy in for the highest and best good of all always. We thank Goddess Demeter for her energy, her attention, her presence, her wisdom. Give Goddess Demeter a hug if you'd like. Heart to heart, soul to soul, feeling that energy and love she gives to all. She wishes you well and bows to you in your own powerful greatness as well. Powerful transformations and manifestations are occurring now and in the days and weeks to come. Goddess Demeter stands from where you sit, and she begins to walk back the way she came. And you know it is time to go, so you stand, taking another deep breath, breathing in the fullness of this realm, knowing you can come back anytime you need to or would like, asking that Goddess Demeter come in future dreams and meditations if you'd like. And you walk back to the vortex that brought you here, the portal, stepping through back into your safe, sacred space. We thank the great guardians, angels, archangels, and gatekeepers. We thank Archangel Samuel in the heart center, Archangel Metatron above, and Archangel Sandalphon below, and we release you. And we release Archangel Uriel in the north, Gabriel in the west, Michael in the south, and Raphael in the east, and we release you. And as all of your energies step back and recede, we ask that you continue the work in the background for the highest and most good of all always. And all the energy that has been released, we don't need to hold on to it anymore. And we turn our hands down to Mother Earth, sending all that no longer serves us, all that has been released down to Mother Earth, where Gaia can take this energy, transform and transmute it into pure light, sending it around the planet for the highest and best good of all always. Begin to allow your awareness to come back more fully in your body, wiggling fingers and toes in the present now moment, opening your eyes when you're ready. How was that? So cool. I had fun doing that one. I thought it also very cool and appropriate to do this ritual today and what we're doing next week during like sunlight. So, a beautiful sunny day today. Hopefully it will be next week too, during daytime, and that rang true. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Stay as long as you need to in your meditative state. Write down things that came up so that you don't forget it. Have your journal nearby, or any piece of paper or phone if you have to text yourself. And so I'll be seeing you guys soon. The schedule's in your classroom. You have the email with the password. And I'm going to be seeing you Mystical Soul students next week for the Lions Gate 8-8 at 11. a.m. We're going to do the Lyran Triple Infinity Abundance Rite. So any questions, let me know. And same request that Latoya responded to as well. If there's anything else that, any other things that we can go through, whether it's questions or just something you wanted to mention, a life experience you're experiencing, and then maybe we all chat about it, who knows. Amazing. I'm so glad I was awake the whole time. I had all my chakras covered in crystals. That's so cool, Latoya. Yay. Sometimes I love when I get put out because I know that they had to do deeper work, but other times I love being there for the whole experience and seeing what happens and connecting more into the inner wisdom and all of that. So that's really cool. Yay. Okay, so we'll see each other next week, but post in the group any other ideas, or text me privately too, any other things that I can bring up as like a part of a bonus class or like in our future sessions. And then we have 2 tarot classes coming up after Lion's Gate, so that'll be awesome too. So I'll be seeing you guys soon. Have an amazing rest of your day. Namaste.